didn't even get to cross.
Binangonan is a first-class municipality in the province of Rizal in the Philippines. According to the 2015 census, it has a population of 282,474 people. A thriving fish port and fishing industry is found in Binangonan, having a long coastline facing the Laguna de Bay, including the western part of Talim Island. It is claimed that the Binangonan means the first town established along the lake in reference to a legend that tells how the town around Laguna de Bay were named. More likely, however, is that Binangonan refers to a place where someone or something rose. Based on the definition of Binangonan in Tagalog, the name of the town in the colonial era as of 18th century was Binangonan de los Perros. That etymology might have something to do with dog breeding or hunting. The Neolithic stone engravings of the Angono Petroglyphs archaeological site represents the earliest evidence of human settlement in the region. The site contains earthenware fragments and remains of animals such as turtles and elephants. The area was inhabited by both Tagalog and Aita peoples before the arrival of the Spanish. Binangonan was initially a visita of the Pueblo of Moron, until it was separated and became an independent parish in 1621 through the initiatives of Franciscan missionaries. The town was established in 1737 and conquered by the Spaniards in 1763. Originally, it was organized under the province of La Laguna until it was transferred to the newly established Distrito de Morong on 23rd of February 1853. The Santa Ursula Parish Church dates from this time, built from 1792 to 1800s. It became a town in 1900s during the American colonial period. During World War II, Binangonan was one of the evacuation centers for the residents of Manila and neighboring suburbs. People hid in the mountains and in Talim Island. The war brought untold difficulties and sufferings. Schools were temporarily closed. Professionals turned to fishing, buy and sell for living. Many died of starvation, malnutrition, and diseases, while others survived by eating kamote tops, papaya, corn, coconut, and vegetables. Months after Japanese occupied the town, Faustino Antiporda organized Bantay Sumo, a brigade tasked in maintaining peace and order by providing volunteer males as nightly guards against looters and troublemakers. In April 1942, Marcos Villa Agustin founded Markings guerrillas and recruited heavily in Binangonan area. During the summer of 1942, the Rizal cement factory employees took action against the Japanese in the area. Led by Trinidad Diaz, the factory cashier and home guard lieutenant, they killed 5 Japanese, including a naval architect and turned their launch over the Marquis guerrillas. The Japanese took revenge, killing known resistors in the area and torturing Diaz for 32 days, but it did not divulge the guerrillas' locations. Major Chapilo Ceñido was appointed mayor of the Provost Marshal of Military Police. Weapons available then were 1 Springfield rifle and 5 Grenadora from 5 USAP soldiers who escaped from Bataan. Talim Island was also subjected to Japanese sauna. On August 7, 1942, bombs were dropped in the neighboring towns, killing 4 in Hanosa and claiming a number of casualties in Cardona. Suspected guerrillas were brought to Santa Cruz, Laguna. Even the parish priest at that time, a Colombian Father Martin Strong, was held in Los Baños concentration camp. Late in 1944, the Makapilis, identified mostly as Kapampangans, a group of pro-Japanese Filipinos, occupied the convent and served as Japanese interpreters. They were instruments in the cruelties suffered by the Filipinos. In January 1945, the Japanese took the convent from the Makapilis and put up their headquarters. But they only stayed there for 1 week, scared of the nightly apparitions of a white lady believed to be the ghost haunting the convent. Mayor Emerenciano Unido was killed by the Japanese when he refused to reveal the guerrilla organization. Binangonan was liberated from the Japanese forces on February 25, 1945. The feast day of the patroness of the town, Santa Ursula, the Japanese plan to burn town was prevented by the timely arrival of American forces in the eve of the feast day. Local guerrillas with Major Ceñido deploying his men in Bunot Mountain prevented the escape of the Japanese forces. The Japanese peacefully retreated and pulled their forces out. The liberation was quite peaceful, for no fighting ever took place. It was also a glorious celebration as Barrio folks rode on top of tanks and jeepneys with the soldiers of the combined Filipinos and Americans. People lined up along the streets, jumping with glee, weeping tears of joy, while shouting victory. The American and Filipino military commander instructed the guerrillas led by Major Ceñido to set up temporary headquarters in Poblacion and to do surveillance work. When the combined Filipino and American troops proceeded to Angono, they left the command under the local military police composed of all units in Binangonan. Napoleon Antaso, the town commander of the ROTC Hunter guerrillas, was appointed mayor through the orders of the 43rd Infantry Division of the U.S. Army. Next to be appointed town mayor from 1945 to 1946 was Casimiro Inares Sr., son of Don Jose Inares. When the Philippines became a republic in 1946, the municipal government was allowed greater autonomy. Binangonan is bounded to the northwest by Angono, the northeast by Teresa and Morong, and the east by Cardona. It is divided between two regions, the mainland and the insular areas. The mainland is on the western side of the Morong Peninsula and is characterized by small steep hills surrounded by lowlands. It is cut off by an escarpment to the east which forms the boundary with Cardona. Short streams predominantly drain westward into Punadi Bay. Talim Island contains a narrow coastal plain that readily ascends into its mountainous interior, the Mount Tagapo.